Well, hey there, guys. So good news and bad news today. Bad news is the two videos that I was working on aren't ready yet. Things are taking quite a minute to print. Actually, one of them involves this guy. So this is a model from Thingiverse. It's just a nice stationary model of a high bypass fan. And I was thinking, well, I got this new FDM printer. I think we should make this thing actually work and see how well a fan this big does. It's like 280 millimeters. So that's not ready yet, but if it tickles your fancy, make sure to get subscribed. Check that out. We'll be doing that shortly. The other one's a resin printing type deal. I got another resin printer and I want to do a little video about it. But again, that's not ready either. So what are we going to do? Well, I think you know what we're going to do. Fan Showdown, episode 6. So actually, this is probably good news, depending on who you are. So let's get started with that right after this. So let me ask you this. What did your mornings look like before you subscribed to Morning Brew? Aimlessly browsing social media, maybe? Morning Brew is a daily newsletter Monday through Saturday. It gets you up to speed on business news in just 5 minutes. Traditional news is dry, dense, boring. Morning Brew is witty, relevant, and informative. Things that I've learned since subscribing to Morning Brew is that the Las Vegas Raiders will make their home debut tonight at their new $2 billion stadium, nicknamed the Death Star. It's going to be good. Really, there's no reason not to subscribe to Morning Brew if you're interested in business, finance, or tech. It's completely free and takes less than 15 seconds to subscribe. Click the link in the description below to subscribe to Morning Brew today. So let's meet our contenders for the day. I will say, these are some of the most out there designs. Only one of them is really like a normal, what you would consider a normal fan. So we'll start with that one. This is Fan. That is the name given to it by its creator, which is Ryan. This doesn't have an awesome origin story. He just said, here's a fan. He did print it out though and tried it on a Dremel. He sent me a picture of that. So I bet it did good on a Dremel. I don't know how good it's going to do on an actual radiator, but we will find out. It spins at 1,817 RPMs, and to print this bad boy took about 3 hours. And from the most part, so I did take a lot of your guys' advice and slowed down my printing time, took a little bit more care into making better models, and things turned out pretty good. This was a pretty quick print. I am noticing a trend though. Everybody likes to use these outside rings for sure on their fans, but for the most part, this is just a fan. So this next one I know is going to excite a lot of people because I've seen this commented many times, and that is to make a squirrel fan. And I was going to do it, but I never really got around to it. But that doesn't matter because we have one here today. Now he's not calling it a squirrel fan. He's calling it the Acquaintance 34. He said it's like an inside work joke. I don't know, but it looks to me like a squirrel fan. RPMs are 1,377. And the print, this bad boy, took 16.5 hours. For the most part, it wasn't really that bad of a print. The support material came off relatively easy, and I think it looks actually awesome. The only thing I did notice were the blade angles. So we know how this thing spins on the A12X25, which would be this way. And given how the blades are shaped, that looks like he's planning on sucking air through the radiator and expelling it out these fan blades. It's an interesting approach that we haven't seen yet, and I think it'll be cool. And either way, this just looks awesome, does it not? This next one also is something that I've seen requested many times, and it's this guy. It looks like a boat prop. And a lot of people have wanted me to make propellers, basically mimicking boat props, and well, you got one here. This fan's designed by Mike. He's calling it the FFDP, or Five Finger Death Punch. The RPMs of this fan are 1,904, and to print it took 6 hours, so a little longer than the standard looking fan. And last but not least, is something a little bit outside the box as well. This is from Cody. He's calling it the compressor fan, or just compressor. It spins at 1,703 RPMs, and the print time for this behemoth was 20 hours. It took a while to print this. Print quality, not too bad. The blades were a bit thin at the very edges, so kind of broke down a little bit, but for the most part, everything looks pretty good. Again, none of these fans had really origin stories, but it looks like the inlet to a turbo, except for like the whole deal spins. Also kind of looks like that velocity stack we made at one time. I don't know how well it'll do, but it's definitely another one that's thinking outside the box. So these will be interesting for sure. Now, another thing a lot of people asked me last time around is how I make the smoke. So we do the little visualization of airflow through the fans by using a smoke machine. And many of you guys were like, how are you making that? And it's really quite simple. So I was just going to show you. Now, this is a trade secret. Don't tell everybody. But for the most part, actually, it's like perfect time of year for this, because essentially my rig comprises of a smoke machine. So this is a standard smoke machine you get for any Halloween type get together. And most importantly, a Tide bottle. And you might be like, what do you need the Tide bottle for? Well, essentially, if you just hit the button, it's too aggressive. You can't notice airflow when it's coming out so fast. So what I do instead is, surprisingly, this nozzle right here on this bottle is perfect for this, and you kind of just give it a couple taps. And then simply pour it. One second. Pour it like so. And look at that. It just flows out nice and easily. And it's very easy to get a representation of airflow by doing it like that. So that's essentially it. If you want to go make a smoke machine fan thingy majigger, that's all you need: a smoke machine, a Tide bottle, and you're good to go. So let's see how these fans look. I don't know if you noticed, but this time around, airflow definitely wasn't as smooth as last time. Everything was a bit turbulent. This guy, the regular looking fan, didn't do too bad, but you could definitely tell that it wasn't pulling the air as cleanly through as like we saw last time around in episode 5. This one also wasn't that bad, but it just didn't seem as efficient as other designs. Now this one was surprising because, yeah, it actually did work. It was pulling the air cleanly through the radiator. It was expelling it just like you would think. So I actually found that quite impressive, and it kind of looked pretty cool. Also, this is probably one of my favorite designs, at least in this group, maybe thus far. The tulip is pretty cool too. A lot of you guys like that one. And the compressor. So the compressor did move air from one side of the radiator to the other, but again, it was a bit turbulent. So none of these designs looked like they moved air as efficiently as last time. Now, noise-wise, we haven't talked about that yet. Let's go over it real quick. So the noise floor of the room today, so without anything on, is 35.6. And the compressor had an output of 43.2 dBA. The normal fan had a noise output of also 43.2 dBA. The boat prop, the FFDP, was actually pretty quiet. Only showed a dBA of 40.7. So far, definitely was the quietest one, and most noticeably quiet when just listening to him. And then last but not least, the Squirrel or the Acquaintance 34 Had an output of 42.5 dBA and didn't really sound too loud. If you notice, they're pretty much all around 42, 43, with the exception of this boat propeller looking guy. But are any of them going to end up on the board up there? Well, let's start with the compressor. The compressor finished with a delta of 63 degrees, so not too good. Ryan's fan here had a delta of 62, so only slightly better than the compressor. The FFDP, now this one had decent airflow, looked like it was going to do halfway decent. So did it? Well, it had a delta of 59.7. Better than these two so far, but definitely not the best we've seen. And last but not least, the Acquaintance 34, the squirrel fan. And surprisingly enough, it also kept the system from thermal throttling and came in with a delta of 64.7. Which, yeah, makes it the worst in this group. So if you're gonna compare just these 4 fans, the best one was the FFDP, followed by the fan, then the compressor, and then rounding out the bottom is the Acquaintance 34. But all the numbers are quite toasty compared to what we've seen in the past. So how did they finish when compared to everything else we've tested? So none of these guys are going to make the board today. If you're curious of how the spreadsheet's looking thus far, have a look here. But yeah, although the designs were pretty awesome when it comes to their uniqueness and their outside the box thinking, unfortunately, they didn't do very good. But I think I'll keep this one. And this one too. This is like a boat. I wonder how this actually would work pretty decent if we got one of them Noctua fans that could go underwater. One of the industrials. This would probably work as a propeller. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you want to be involved in this series, make sure to design something. Well, first go to my Thingiverse account. Check out the hub model. Inside there's a PDF file that gives you all the dimensions. There's some critical dimensions you need to meet. And then design something up, give it your best shot, and then submit it to me through my fanshowdown@gmail.com. And I guess in case you're wondering how I pick these fans, essentially I just go into the email and I will pick a page randomly and just scroll and click. That's it. So it doesn't matter if you submitted one at when this first started or now today, you have the same chance of getting selected as anybody because it's just random. But it's fun. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.